topics. Hot topics. Start a little late today. Let's get into the hot topics. What's going on? What's happening out there with chat? We're gonna get it right into it. Hot topic today: West Coast, Seattle, Washington. They got the new mayor like New York. Got Lanami Zohan. We got Katie Wilson. It has been declared Katie Wilson is the mayor-elect for Seattle, Washington. What you guys think, man? What's going on? Are you with Katie Wilson? What do you feel about the election? What do you feel about what's going on with Katie Wilson in Seattle, Washington? They say she's a socialist, far left leaning, no experience, Democrat. But the mayor they had, Bruce Harrell, was a Democrat. Also, far left, moderate centrist. So, what's your opinion? Do you think that's a good deal? Katie Wilson as an executive officer for a city. She worked with nonprofit circuit, but no experience as executive. What is your opinion? Think it made a good choice? Seattle made a good choice switching out Bruce Harrell, the incumbent mayor, for a non-qualified, no experience as mayor, Katie Wilson. What do you think? Come on, chat, talk to me. Chat, talk to me. What's going on? We need to find out what's happening out there, guys. What's your opinion? Talk to me. Do you think that's a good idea for Seattle, Washington? You guys, Zohan in New York with no experience. You see what's happening in New York right now. They said a lot of millionaires leaving New York City going to Florida. You think that's going to happen here in Washington? What's your opinion? Huh? What's your opinion? I need to hear. What's your opinion? Chat, talk to me. What I think is the new mayor with no experience. The new mayor with no experience has limited. What, Mr. Lucky Lion? How are you, Mr. Lucky Lion? You there? I think the mayor with no experience. What's happening in Seattle right now? What's happening with the ICE? What's happening with the business leaving Washington? What's happening with taxes? What's happening with the unemployment? With the crime? With the drug epidemic? You think that person has experience? Okay, we got it. Yo, what's up? What's up, Mr. Lucky Lion? You're in the chat. What do you think about the new mayor of Seattle? Is that a good thing or bad thing? She has no experience. I think a bad thing right now because, my opinion, she's going to mess up the city. Your city? Are you from Seattle? Okay, I see you. Yeah, I think she's gonna mess with you guys' city. What's up, Nicholas? Nicholas Adams. What's up? What's up? How you doing, Nora? We're talking about the Seattle mayor. Do y'all think it's a good thing with a mayor with no experience here in Seattle, like Zohan in New York? Thanks, Nicholas, for subscribing. Hey, Nora, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what's up. What do y'all think about the Seattle mayor? We're doing hot topics. What do you think about the Seattle mayor, the new mayor here in Seattle? Okay. Thanks, Nora, for subbing. Also, hey, what do you guys think about the new mayor in Seattle, guys? Like the Zohan in New York, we got Katie Wilson in Seattle, Washington. That's a big thing. With all the businesses going under, guys, this live is about hot topics. We're talking about hot topics about what do you feel, give your opinion, chat, tell us what's going on, what do you think. The mayor of Seattle is new. What do you guys think? We had 26 people in the chat. Come on, tell us what's going on. Do you think it's a good thing? I think she has no experience. I think there's a lot of things happening in the Pacific Northwest. With no experience, I don't know what she can really do to the city as a mayor. What's your opinion, Nora? What's your opinion, Nicholas? We need to hear what's going on. What you guys think? I think it's a good thing. We got several things with the hot topic. We're going to talk about this, the Seattle mayor. We talked about Zohan on the East Coast. Now on the West Coast, Northwest, we got the Katie Wilson in Seattle. She's the new incoming mayor with no experience, not as executive in the city, never ran no executive position, never been on the in executive position leadership. What do y'all think? And guess what happened? I'm gonna add this on there. There's another topic. The Starbucks is at headquarters in Seattle. They just went on strike. The worker baristas went on strike, and see the Starbucks been laying off a lot of the stores, and that's her basic demographic. She's from unions. She's out there striking today with the unions. Katie Wilson, as she found out she's going to be mayor, so she's out there striking with Starbucks baristas. You think it's a good thing? Is they going to mess up the city? You know, we got the Seahawks doing good. What do y'all think? Do you think a mayor with no experience is going to bring a good thing with so much happening in the Seattle, Washington area? What do y'all think? What's your opinion? What you think, Nicholas? Is that a good thing or yes or no? Ice, what's up, Icy? Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you too. Thank you, Icy. Subscribe to the channel. What do y'all think about the Katie Wilson, the new mayor in Seattle with no experience? What's your opinion, guys? Come on, chat, talk to me. Nora, Nicholas, you're welcome. What do you guys think? We got a lot of people in the chat today. What do y'all think? Do you think it's a good thing to have a mayor with no experience, with no executive level experience? IC. What do you think? What do you think, Nora? What do you think, Nicholas? What's the name? Said no. Icy said no. Why you say no, Icy? I think I said no because with so many problems in Seattle. Let me tell y'all guys in chat about Seattle. We have a lot of problem with the drugs, with the fentanyl. We have a lot of problems with homelessness. We have a lot of problems with jobs. We have a lot of, Seattle's doing good, but we have a lot of problem with businesses leaving Washington right now. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Being here in Washington, I'm from Washington State. There's a lot of issues going on over here, and Seattle has been getting hit hard. Do you think they should put a new mayor in there? Was that a good idea with no experience? Yeah, it's bad. What do you guys think about? Okay, Icy said no. Noah, what do you think? Yes or no? Icy, subscribe to the channel for me. We got 27 people in here. Nicholas Adam, what do you think about it? Do you think we need a mayor with no experience? Yes or no? What's your opinion? I said no. Icy said no. Ryan said no. Lucky Lion said no. What do you guys think and why? Thank you, Icy. I think we're doing good. Everybody looking at the Seahawks. We're doing really good. We're about to play the Rams, Los Angeles Rams. How y'all think we're going to do against the Los Angeles Rams? That's another part of the hot topic. What I'm going to do now is start throwing the topics out there more frequently. I was going to go down a list of the hot topics. The first ticket was the mayor. Then I was going to talk about the strike, the Starbucks strike. And Starbucks laying off closing down so many stores. Why do these baristas want to strike right now? That gives the company a better chance at revamping and then closing down a lot of their stores if you go on strike, So I was like, is that the right thing that they go on strike, the baristas at Starbucks? Because, especially in the Pacific Northwest, we love our Starbucks, but Starbucks is popular all over the country now. And around the world now, on airplanes and stuff, you get Starbucks. But what do y'all think, guys? Do you think Starbucks, the people should have went on strike? Yes or no? Talk to me. We're 20-some people in the chat. Chat, come on. You think that was wise to go on strike? Yes or no? Icy said no. Nora said, I think he said no. Nicholas said, Nicholas, what you think, Nicholas? Mr. Lucky Lion said no. And what is Katie Wilson going to do? She's out there with them striking as the mayor. I don't know, guys. We got a big game. Seattle Seahawks doing great. We're going to have a lot of people come to the city. What do y'all think that's going to do to the city? Since they're going to go downtown. If you go downtown Seattle, there's not a lot of businesses open. There's a lot of open places, but not like it used to be. You still see not that many homeless people, but there's some homeless people all over. You see people, drug people on the buses and stuff. We still see a lot what's happening in the city. And now that the mayor is gone, they're going to be stepped away, and we have a new mayor that has no experience. What do you think the people are going to do? Are they going to come back to the city and take over? Since the mayor doesn't really know how to deal with what's going on, and she says she's here to help and change the situation, do you think that's going to be true, or it's going to go back to what it was before under Bruce Harrell? What's your opinion? I don't know, Chad. I think since she's the mayor and she's positive about homelessness, unhoused people, I think it's going to go back to the way it was before Bruce Harrell. I think people are going to move into the city because she's trying to convince people that she's going to support. And that way, it's going to be like Sohan in New York. What's happening in New York? There's a lot of stuff happening in New York. Eric Adams is like, when they take over, the power goes, it's a power shift. Now, the new mayor's coming in, so the old mayor's going out, so there's no reason really to do major stuff because as soon as the new mayor come in, it's going to slap down what you're doing. So why would you even try to do anything major since you're already been elected out by the people? And that's what I'm trying to say. So she's in now. You see what's happening in New York. They're already having problems. What's your opinion? Come on, Chad, talk to me. Do you think Katie Wilson is going to make a change here in Seattle, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest? Or she's going to be a one-term mayor and it's going to get worse in the city? What's your opinion? Come on, Ice. Icy, what's going on? What's going on, Nora? Talk to me. I need to know. I think she's going to be a one-term mayor. I think she's going to use this as a platform to boost her career up. I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think she has no experience. So common sense tells me she's learning on the job. This is OJT. This is OJT, on the job training. You know what I mean? And that's what I believe. It's on the job training. There's going to be no. What do you think about Lucky Lion? What do you think about it? I think it's on the job training. I don't think Katie Wilson is going to do too much in the Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, which is the major port city here. With no experience, you're just learning. You're just going to be looking at everybody. What do y'all know? You're going to look at the other executives that's below you. You're going to look at people that work in your cabinet, asking them for questions. You're going to be pretending and faking it. Basically, this is a perfect opportunity to fake it till you make it. I think that's all she can do. She has no experience. So it's fake it till you make it. She has no degree in, her degree is not in executive leadership, political science. I don't think it is. Matter of fact, let's look it up. I don't think her degree. You said, Icy said, yes, bad. Icy said, I did. Yeah, I think Katie Wilson going to be faking it until she make it. I don't think she's going to make any changes in Seattle. She don't know how to. If you have no experience, how do you lead a city? Just be loved. Agreed. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not hating on Katie Wilson. I don't know Katie Wilson. But I know she has no experience. She has a knowledge. I watched a couple of her debates. I watched the debate at Seattle University here. It's a Catholic university here in Seattle. And then the moderator asked her some good questions. She had no answer. It was questions that you got to have experience to answer that we are dealing with right now in the city of Seattle. And she jumped all around the question and no really strong answer. So that tells you when she get in a position, let's say in the major city, guys, if there's a major fire in the city, is there a tsunami or earthquake that happened, wherever, if you're from the Midwest, a tornado or something on the East Coast or hurricane or something that happens, what would you do as the mayor? Her answer was like, well, I would look over paperwork. No, you don't look over paperwork. You got to have an answer. And that just be love. That was her answer, Icy. That's what she said. She said she would look over the paperwork. I was like, no. You got to pull your chief of police in. You got to look at your emergency team. You got to know what that is for a city. You're the executive. You the buck stops at you. What are you going to do? She didn't have no viable answer. So I was like, oh my goodness. What? This what we're going to bring into the city of Seattle as the mayor, as the executive of the city? The buck stops at her door. And what are you going to do? She had no answer, guys. So I say that's not a good decision. That's why honestly, I didn't vote for her. Because I think she's a nice person. I think she's good at nonprofit. I think she's good at what she's doing right now. Today, up here in Seattle, Starbucks went on strike. The baristas went on strike. Is she a Republican or a Democrat? She's a Democrat. She's a socialist Democrat, a progressive Democrat. She's smart, guys. She's bright for that space, but she usually deal with unions and nonprofit work sector. That's her skill set. So that's who sponsor the unions and the nonprofit sector and progressives that supported her, and that's what pushed her over. And people really don't care. I talked to some people what they felt about her through the city. Being a commentator and a social YouTuber, I talked to people because I want to know what people think, guys, on chat, and find out what they thought. It's like, well, they were all on the progressive tip. It was all like branding. She branded herself well, but when she had the debate, it really exposed her experience, what she would do in the city. And I was like, oh my goodness, you have no experience at all. I thought it was just like, did you work under the team? Did you work under Icy or Just Be Loved? Did you work under somebody that's really out here doing it? Or did you just like cater to that? Or just come in out of nowhere and brand yourself as a candidate for mayor? And that's what she did. She branded herself as a candidate for mayor. And they read some kind of article on her, like her family's still giving her money to support her. So I'm like, if you can't run your own household without support, how can you run a city? That was my opinion. I think she's a good person. I think she's a nice lady. I think she's a mother. She's married. But as far as being a mayor, now only time could tell, because she is the mayor. She's the incoming mayor. So let's see what's going to happen, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. All right. The next hot topic is Starbucks. What do y'all think about the people, the baristas, striking at Starbucks? What's your chat? What do you think? What do you think? Just Below, Icy, Nora, Mr. Lucky, Lion, Nicholas, Nora. What do you think about Starbucks striking? They're on strike now. And you got to remember, guys, Starbucks has closed down a lot of stores. Starbucks has closed down a lot of stores. What do y'all think about the baristas going on strike? Will they give the company the opportunity to downsize certain stores? Will they do you give the company time to look at their books and decide, okay, since y'all on strikes, you're not getting paid anyway, we'll just what I heard about, they went on strike for wages. Just Be Loved. They went on strike for different. I think the major thing is wages. I think hours and wages and conditions. Hour wages and conditions. And maybe like not enough workers. Not enough pay. I know it's pay. I know one was pay. So that's one reason. I was like, why would you do that when Starbucks is closing down? What do you say? It is Red Cup Day at Starbucks. I hear you, Just Be Loved. Wait, I don't know, guy. Hey, man, I don't know if they should have went on strike. I don't know if they should have really went on strike here in Starbucks, because it's gonna really hurt the bottom line, and I think it gives corporate companies like Starbucks, the ability to, since they're on strike, they're not working right. They chose to go on strike. Now it gives the company. Do you think Starbucks now will be like, okay, good, we can close down like 10 more stores since they're on strike, and they come back and say, okay, these stores are not opening. You lost your job. You lost your job. You lost your job because we closed down this location. There's nobody working, and you see what I'm trying to say, guys? Chat. What do you think, Just Be Loved? Do you think Starbucks going to take advantage of this opportunity to close down more stores, or not? What do you think about it, Mr. Lion? Yeah, exactly. I see more Starbucks products in stores. Yeah, just below. Yeah, they're going to more of a chef model. You know, buy your own Starbucks. They're switching out to like they didn't branded themselves. So just below said yes, they're gonna shut down store. I agree with you. That's what I think. That's what's smart. Like I drove school bus, and they would like get rid of routes, get rid of drivers. So I remember things like that. I worked at Point Express courier company, and they did that too. And so I think, it's not. It's not. Do you think it was a good time for them to go on strike, or should it just like use the union to talk to the corporate more? Because going on strike is a disadvantage for them, not for Starbucks. I think it's all advantage for Starbucks, the corporation, versus the employees. So now the employees are going against the corporation. People don't look at the strike for what it is. It's the employees going against the corporation. I think in the benefit situation right now, in the immediate scenario, all the benefits look towards the corporation. And like Just Be Love said, hey Chad, I think they're gonna put more product in the shelves. And now that the government's opening back up and people got their EBTs, and a lot of people drink coffee, and a lot of people love Starbucks. If they can mimic Starbucks product, I think they'll go to the store, and because the prices are high at Starbucks, I think they're gonna go to the store and get the products there. What do you think, Chad? Mr. Lucky Lion, what do you think? I think it's going to be a shift. What Just Be Love said. What do you think, Icy? Just Be Love said yes, they will. I agree with Just Be Love. Okay, guys, shift the topic. Next hot topic we're gonna talk about today. Just Be Love said I agree. I'm with you, Just Be Love. The next topic, we got to go into sports. We're going to the sports arena. Okay, the next topic, hot topic is the Seahawks. The Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks, are doing amazing this year. They're busting records, man. We got Sam Darnold as the quarterback. We got McKnight, I believe, McDonald as the coach. I think McKnight, I look at his name, but he's the head coach, and he got a lot of experience, guys. He's been in the NFL for a while under other coaches, defensive head coach with defensive, but now he got the ham of the Seattle Seahawks. Nobody's paying attention to this head coach. He is a secret arson. What's your opinion on the Seattle Seahawks? You think they're gonna take it this year? You think they're gonna take the West Pac Division champions and then go to the Super Bowl? What do you think about the Seattle? They're ranked number one on the NFL Power Elite status. They're number one, ranking NFL ranked right now. The Seattle Seahawks as number one. What is your opinion? Do you think they deserve that ranking? Yes or no? Right now, the NFL has ranked the Seattle Seahawks as the number one team in America, in the world. What do y'all think about that? Yes, do you agree with that? Yes or no? ESPN has ranked them, I think number three. But they're up there in the top ranking, but the NFL has ranked them number one. We'll say LA Rams are good. Yeah, they're about to face the Seattle Seahawks. You know that game is next. They're about to, Just Be Love, they're about to face the Seattle Seahawks, man. And the Seahawks, man, their defense and their start out game, that's what people know. When they got to step up their first, when they come to the field, they got to be ready to play ball. And that's where they get them. If you notice, Seahawks get like 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. They come out ball hungry, motivated. What's your opinion, Just Be Love? The LA Rams is a big dog too. Oh my goodness, they come out the game too. But they got to come out, and they know to come out just like the Seahawks. So it's going to be an explosive game, I think. LA Rams against the Seattle Seahawks. I think this is going to prove that this is going to be a high. You think it's going to be a high scoring game or a low scoring game? Because the teams are so functional and so top rated, and they're hungry for this division, for the West, the Pacific West Division Championship. This team is no longer 49ers. It's basically the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win? What's your opinion? So just below you going with LA Rams? Low scoring. I agree with you. I think it's gonna be low. It's gonna be a low scoring game because it's gonna be intense. Both defenses, they got good defensive teams. They got good strategy. They're gonna move that ball, but it's not. It's going to be okay. Let me say it this way: low scoring. If they match player for player, defensive lineman for defensive lineman, offense, defense for defense. They're matching at a high propensity and high functioning. I think it's going to be a low scoring. If they're just airing it out like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice of the San Francisco 49ers back in the day, Tony Dorsett of the Dallas Cowboys back in the day, if they air it out like that, then I think it's going to be a high scoring game, but for both teams. I'm going with the Seahawks because I'm in Washington, so I'm definitely Seattle Seahawks head. So I think on this, guys, I think this Seahawks definitely going to pull it out. What do you think, Jesse Love? What do you think about everybody in chat? You think the Seahawks going to pull it out, or you think the Los Angeles Rams going to pull it out? What's your opinion? They just beat the Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals. Y'all see that game? The Seahawks mashed them, hand they hat 44-22. Come on, man. They had 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. First quarter, three touchdowns in Seattle. Come on. And they got the 12th man here in Seattle. If they play in Seattle, the 12th man comes out. And it's just off the crazy, guys. What do you think? So just below, you going for Seattle? Mr. Lucky Lion, you going for Seattle? 1 second, guys. You going for Seattle? What's your opinion? I need to hear your opinion. Is the Seattle Seahawks going to win? Is the Seattle Seahawks, Mr. Lucky Lion, is the Seattle Seahawks going to win? Just below, you going for Seattle? Or are you going for LA? Los Angeles Rams. Mr. Lucky Lion, are you going for Seattle? I need to hear. Come on, chat. Mr. Lucky Lion's going for Seattle. Seattle will win? Seattle. Okay, both just below Mr. Lucky Lion said Seattle. What did everybody else say? Come on, chat. Let's talk about it. This is our hot topic on sports. I'm going to start talking about adding sports into hot topics now. But it's going to be a great game. Everybody's talking about it in the media. They're talking about their defensive, their coaching, the quarterbacks. They said the Seattle Supersonics, Seattle Seahawks quarterback is not. He's good right now, but when you get a person that's pressured him on the same level or better than him, would he step up to the plate? Would he step up to the line? What's your opinion? Mr. Lucky Lion said no Rams. And you think you're gonna step up to? You think the Seattle Seahawks quarterback gonna step up to the plate playing against the Los Angeles Rams? You think he's ready to play on that level? This is the big boy level. Everybody get lucky if he gets a team one game here, and he got a level street. Is he ready? I'm going for Seattle. I believe he's ready. What's your opinion? Is Sam Darnold ready to face top level elite quarterbacks, like the one playing for the Los Angeles Rams? The other, what's the other two teams? I think about it in a second, but I'm just looking at what's up on deck right now. We're gonna play the Rams. Is he ready for the Rams? Head quarterback, and is it going to be a good matchup for head coaches? Because that's where it's going to lie in. Because the players are top notch on both teams. They're good players. We lost the center. Mr. Lucky Lion said he's ready. What do you think, Just Be Love? Is he ready? He's good. He come out that pocket. He's hitting accurate. I think he's ready to. Is Sam Darnold ready to meet a player that's of his caliber? What What do you think? Or is he going to freeze like he did in the last? He did good for last year, but is he going to clutch? Is he a clutch artist? Is he going to be a Geno? Or is he going to come out ready? Is he going to surprise us? I believe he's going to come out and surprise us. I think we already know he's going to win the Rams, but is he going to step up to the plate, or is the team going to carry him? You know, like they used to carry Russell Wilson sometimes. Or is he ready? Just below, let me know what's going on. This is going to be a good game. Seattle Seahawks versus Los Angeles Rams. Is he ready? Let Mr. Lucky Lion say he's ready. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I think the Seahawks is hungry for the West. This team, we got some good players that came from. Olu we got as the defense lineman. I think Olu is going to be a surprise. He came out of Michigan or somewhere like that. Just Below said no, he's not ready. I hear you. I hear you. He's showing a lot of pizzazz, but when he met somebody at his level and hungry as him, I think Arizona shocked us and made us think he's really ready. I think he's ready. He's 6'3", so he can see over them linemen. He's not like a Russell Wilson, short, 5'10", 5'11". He's not a Geno, clutch and nervous and under high pressure. I think he moves out the pocket. Not good but pretty good like Michael Vick. Michael Vick just come out the pocket. Russell Wilson came out the pocket too most of the time. But this is a whole different caliber. So he can stay in the pocket. He can seal the lineman. And he's good, accurate with that pigskin. Shooting it down the center. Shooting it left. Shooting it right to the wide receivers. Shooting it to the corners. He's good. And he's not. He doesn't do a lot of interceptions. So I think this is going to be a time to tell. I think this is the marker of who he is. Just Below, Mr. Lucky Lionheart, Mr. Lucky Lion. I think it's going to be a good test for this guy. I think I'm from Seattle, from Washington. What's up, Jay Bowie? Hello. Do you think the Seahawks going to win against the Los Angeles Rams? What's up, Jay Bowie? Do you think the Seahawks going to win? There's going to be a good game. And do you think the Seahawks going to pull it out for the Pacific Pac West Division champions? There's two questions. Mr. Luckline said maybe we're still going strong, so maybe. What do y'all think? Just Below, what do you think? Do you think we're going to pull it out? Because it's going to be a good game. We already said they're going to win. Jay Booyah said no and no. So you don't think the Seahawks going to do it, bro? You hurt my team, man. That's my team. I hear you. I respect. Hey, salute you. I respect your opinion, man. Yeah, just Below. They're going to win the Super Bowl, Seahawks, all the way. Oh, that's my guy, Just Below. There you go. That's what's up, my baby. Salute you 2 times. Salute you, boy. Just Below, so they're going to win. They taking it all the way to the Super Bowl, and they're going to win that. Who think the Seahawks going to go to the Super Bowl? I'm saying the Seahawks going to go win everything. This year is Seahawks season. This is the season for Seahawks. We got a 6'3" Sam Darnold, an underrated third or sixth round pick in the NFL. Been through multiple teams, moved around, really had an arm, consistent from USC. Got a hand on him. 225 pounds, could take a hit. He's not a small play defense, so we got a good quality. But when you're measuring quarterback to quarterback, he hasn't been. He has faced them. But it was a shock to, I think, but now they know who he is now. You know what I'm trying to say? I think he's known now, like, hold on. We can't underrate him anymore. I think the NFL teams know, the quarterbacks know, the head coaches know, like, hold on. Something in this guy. Something's in this Seattle, this is different Seattle Seahawks quarterback. It ain't a Russell Wilson. It ain't a Geno. He ain't clutching, and he ain't scared. He's standing in the pocket, and he's standing in the pocket. Hold on. And when they finally caught on, it was too late. The game was over. The game was already at a point where they couldn't catch back up. Now they know him. Now they went through. Now they got to go through the cycle of trying to play him again. But the other teams are coming up now. So now we're going to play the Los Angeles Rams. I believe we're going all the way this year. I think this guy got what we get. The list of things that we're looking for. I think this guy's got it. I think the quarterback is really going to take it to the next level. What do you think, Jay Booyah? Do you think he's going to win the championship, or the division championship? And do you think he's going to take it to the Super Bowl? Just Be Love said yes. And I agree with that. Hey, everybody in the chat, come on. My chat be acting up sometimes. Just Be Love says they're going to win the Super Bowl. Seahawks all the way. I'm with you, Just Be Love. I like that. Jay Booyah. I think Lucky Lion, Mr. Lucky Lion said it's going to do the same thing. What do you think, Jay Booyah? You already said no. Do you think they're going to win the championship? First, Jay Booyah, do you think they're going to the Super Bowl? Do you think the Seattle Superhawks will go to the Super Bowl? It's a maybe for me. Okay, Mr. Lucky Lion. Do you think the Seahawks are going to go to the Super Bowl? Do you think they're going to win the West Pac division first? And do you think they're going to the Super Bowl? I believe the Seattle Seahawks is going to win the West Division, and also are going to the Super Bowl, and going to win the Super Bowl. If I'm saying what I'm saying right now with this new head coach for the Seattle Seahawks, and this quarterback and how he lead his team, I think we're going. What you say, Lucky Lion? I think we would go all the way. Okay, now you think we go all the way. All right, Lucky Lion, I go. You would Just Be Love. Just Be Love think the same thing. I think we are gonna go all the way. What do you think about Jay Booyah? You ain't saying nothing. You think we're going to the Super Bowl? Or you think we're gonna win the Super Bowl? What's your opinion? Because right now we're gonna face. Everybody in chat right now think we're gonna go through the Rams. It's gonna be a tough cookie. But I think we're going to pull it out. Because now the Rams was able to watch and see what the Seahawks was doing. And they can look at some of the coverages. They can look at they're watching the plays. They're watching their opponents. So they got multiple games to look at and see what this new quarterback is doing and this head coach is doing. So they can see blitz. They can see the blitz. They can see a lot of things coming. So I think they'll be more prepared than the Cardinals, than all the teams we played so far. So and then they got a more elite quarterback, and they got a good head coach over there at the Los Angeles Rams. So I think it's going to be a great game this year. This next game we're going to play, but what they missing is Seattle's trust fan. We got amazing. That stadium rocks. The Quest Field, Seattle Seahawks Stadium rocks, man. And we do not play. Every team that come here said, man, their stadium rocks. They love their Seahawks. Yeah, we're about them Seahawks, baby. We're about them Seahawks. So are we going? Most people in the chat think we're going to go to all the way and win the championship. Do you think anybody else, Jay Booyah, do you think we're going to win the championship? Yes or no? I think the Seahawks are going to pull it out this year. I really do. I think the Seahawks are going to pull it out this year. What do you guys think? I don't. So another thing, okay. Mr. Lucky Lion said yes, they're going all the way. Just Below said yes, they're going all the way. Okay. Now let's go to the next hot topic. Last hot topic we're going to talk about. Back in Chicago. Here we go, guys. Last part of the hot topic. What do you think about Chicago with the snow? Is they going to cause a lot of ruckus in Chicago? Do you think a lot of people are going to leave? A lot of the non-citizens, immigrant undocumented immigrants in Chicago gonna leave since the weather's gonna be bad and don't have a lot of most Americans know Chicago's weather is horrible. Oh, Miss Lucky said a wasteland. Snow. They had their first snow. That's what I was talking about. Chicago had their first preamble snow. It took over the whole city, guys. Yeah, just below it was the snow. And a lot of homeless people. A lot of them buildings in Chicago don't have electricity. People don't even know how they do it. They live. I've been in Chicago. I just seen they put fires on the porches and stuff and push them. They put them in certain things and they run the things through their ovens and stuff like that. And also they run wires through the ovens for electricity, and they got the gas. So a lot of people, immigrants, don't know about how to do all that. That's for local Seattle. I mean Chicago. Yeah, it had a winter storm. A winter storm just hit on Chicago and covered the whole city, like over 6 inches in certain 3 inches, 1 to 3 inches in certain areas in Chicago. It was bad, guys. And they had Canadians come down and walk in the snow, going through the city. It was just below. It was snow. Yeah, it was scary, and all the people that's living in homes, because now that the government is shutting down all this illegal money, they're shutting down the federal government, and they're not giving Chicago no more money. And Chicago's got a deficit of just in the education of $734 million for the education. Then the Illinois, the whole state in Chicago, got over 1 billion dollars of deficit. Then you got the transportation just got covered. They're trying to raise it to had so many billions of dollars that they was missing. So there was a lot of stuff going on in Chicago. They was going to cut down the Chicago L train where people used to get back and forth to work. They was going to cut it down to 9 p.m. and they was going to cut it down on certain days, I guess. The bus system as well. So it was going to be scary. So I know that's going to cause a lot of problem in the city. There's going to be a lot of more robberies and a lot of other stuff that was happening. What is your opinion on that with this snowstorm? Do you think it's going to push more people to leave that's not from America, that has no support? They're going to self-deport, or they're going to thug it out? Do you think the migrants, the undocumented migrants, are going to self-deport, or they're going to thug it out? Chicago is cold, guys, and starting now, it's 30-some degrees, man. Starting now, it's going to get bad. It's cold. Especially if it's worse than their own country. Yeah, so just below, so you saying they're going to self-deport? Because this last one of the hot topics, I think they're going to be more self-deport. They're actually standing in the airports now. They act like they're going to the airport to self-deport or something, and they're actually staying in the airport, staying out the cold. They're trying to manipulate now, and people complaining because they're going to the airport and they say it's smelling like people sleeping there, and they're complaining to the airports in Boston, Logan Airport in Boston, Massachusetts, and other New York. Other places, the people are just going to the airport and staying overnight. Some been there for a month, guys, living in the airport. What do you think about that, chat? You think about that's fair? Yeah, just below. I don't think people are going to self-deport neither, but I think some will, because they're going to realize, like, yeah, it's worse than my country, but there's no jobs here. There's no more free money, no food, no nothing. Because what happened was under the last Biden administration, when I say this, just be chat and just be love and everybody on the chat, is because when people came migrate over here illegally before, they used to go and try to find. They had to try to find work over here in the United States. They try to look for any opportunity they could find. They was looking for it. But these millions and millions of people that came here, they were supported by the government. So they made them like dependent on the government. So they're not used to working or something. They when they came over here before, they was quiet. They hide out. They work any job they can get. They build themselves up and then someone was trying to fill out paperwork and use the laws. They figured their way out. But when you got so many millions of people that's flooding into this country, to the United States, on the southern border and other places, and they've been dispatched all over the country, and they're living in house shelters, houses, and they're getting food stamp money, transportation, all these support services. The kids getting in schools, they getting medical treatments. So they were basically like any average working class citizen. They brought them up from migrant to citizen, and they never had to struggle. Now, since this government has switched over to a new government, they got to struggle now, and they're not used to that. So they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You listen to them in the media. You listen how they listen to the media guys when they talking to the media. I talk to some out there. I'm gonna do some live broadcasting with them in the near future. And they talking about in the airport. They're saying they won't cut off the lights at night. I'm like, you at a U.S. airport. This is what the migrants are saying. You're not cutting off the lights. We got to keep the lights on. They keep it cold. This is not a shelter. You're at an internet. That's a business. They don't understand that. They understand it, but they're not putting it in their right mind. Like, this is a business. This is not for you. This is not for none of us. This is a place you come in and catch a plane. And if you're going to stay overnight, you go get a hotel, and then you come back the next day for your flight. But, you know, these people are going to the airports and staying at the airports like it's a shelter. Look online. You see it. I was like, look at the news. It's crazy. I don't know. What you gonna think, chat? You think that's fair to the American, to the international travelers, people around the world, of coming to America and not knowing this? What if people can't afford it? That's what I'm trying to say. The foreigners can't afford it, and I think they're being set up. That's a good question, Just Be Love. They can't afford this type of. They're migrants. They've been living off the government, off of money that the American citizens didn't approve. There's a lot of stuff we're now the government is revealing. This government is revealing that the public didn't approve it. I wouldn't approve nobody to give them free money. You know, if you come to this country, or like let's say I go to another country, I want to be in there. I know I'm not like the regular citizen there, so I'm gonna find work. I'm gonna look at stuff. I'm gonna try because I don't want to get kicked out the country. I'm coming to this country for a better opportunity, like everybody else did. So I'm gonna find my way around. That's what I'm trying to say. So to come here and expect things, somebody to take care of you, you go to the church, you go to certain like that. They help you here and there, but you got to find work. You got to get yourself together. You can't. But these millions of people was allowed to come in, and they were taken in. And I think that's where the confusion came in with the American government of that time, at that era, was giving all this unimproved funding and resources that wasn't approved by the American people. We didn't authorize that. The people that was in power at the time gave it to them. You know? And so now they've been here for 4 or 5 years, and they're now are under pressure. Like, hey, this new government saying the American people gave a mandate to saying no, we want no more free money. Find work. If you can't find work, go back to your country. No more faking. No more manipulating. No more saying this and when it's not. You know, I looked at some of this paperwork they gave, but that's my opinion. And I was like, wow, they really was doing stuff like this. I didn't know they was doing it all like that until I traveled and I saw the documents. And they was helping people get into the country and say certain things. So by the hundreds of thousands. So there's a lot of people in this country that really, I don't know, chat. I don't know your opinion on that. But they should not be staying at the American airports. If you can't find work, there's no more free money. What they should do, chat? I think the best thing they should do is self-deport. And then you get the money to go back to your country and restructure yourself. Because there's millions of people that came to them from Mexico, all over, that came to America and they work hard. They didn't take none of the government money. They didn't manipulate themselves. So I think a lot of things was going on that was played against the people. Like right now, what I was trying to say, Chad, just be love. What was happening in America? The people that's in power was having some people in power that was having people. They tell them to go to the airport. Why would you tell people to go to the airport and stay at the airport when you know that's a business? When you know no one's going to allow you to stay at the airport. Eventually, security going to say you to go. So you go to the airport, you sleep on the floor. After a day or two, they're going to recognize you as the same people there. And they're going to say you can't stay in the airport, and they're going to put you out the airport. Then you're going to try to go back, and they're going to say, like the shelter, if someone's trying to go back to the shelter, there was some interviews, they were going back to the shelters, and the shelters said there's no longer shelter. The shelters now open up back as the hotels. They're cleaning out the hotels and reopen them up as customer base. The migrants didn't know they was getting over $150 a night for each migrant in the hotels. So that stabilized. They kept them hotels filled at capacity. In terms of shelters, now the hotels are turning back over to hotels, and they're like, oh no, we don't do it. It's no longer a shelter. I stayed upstairs. I stayed up on the third floor. No, there's no third floor. There's a third floor, but for paying customers now. And that's what the last administration did. So I don't know. What is your opinion? Do you think that was right for what they did to all these hundreds of thousands and millions of people? Yes or no? Come on, Chad, talk to me. I think that you're moving people around like musical chairs. They don't know what to do with them. And that's not right for them. That's not fair to them. So I think this is, in my opinion, I think this is self-deport. That's the most dignified way to get out of the problems and understand and regroup, take that money, figure out something here. I hope you make connections here with people and communities, organizations. Go back to their country, take the $1,000 and go back home, take a flight home, and get your money, and then repatronize later with a better plan. That's what I say. I think they should have a better plan. What do you guys think? Chat, come on. All right, we're going to end this now. I need to hear some comments. What do you think, Chat? You think they should self-deport with dignity and take the $1,000, regroup in their country, come back again more prepared for this economy that we're living under now? What do you think? Because if you get picked up and you get deported, as a criminal, it's going to look different now. You're going to have a bad experience. We see that. What do you guys think? Do you think they should self-deport with dignity? My opinion, I think you should self-deport with dignity. I really do. And take the $1,000, regroup, get yourself together, then try to come back the proper way of the system, and then you don't have to be manipulated and used by the media, the government, for whatever purposes that you don't know. We know how our government is not perfect, and we know people use people for different reasons. The poor, all through American history, we've seen many times the poor was used. We know that. So let's don't give aside like there's not people that will use groups of people for their benefit. What do you think? Do you think they should self-deport, take the $1,000, and come back in a better situation? What do you think, Just Be Love? You said last thing you said, what if people can't afford? You just go and self-deport. You get $1,000 from last time I heard. You get $1,000. They're gonna pay you to put you on a plane or a train or something. If you're in Mexico, put you on a plane, fly right back into Mexico, put you on a train or something, get you right into Mexico. You get $1,000, regroup, take that $1,000, start a program, do something with it, and promote it. What do you guys think? Come on, chat, talk to me. What do you think? Yes or no? Mr. Lucky Lion, what do you think? Should they self-deport or should they uh, wait to get caught and get deported? Because it's going to be one is self-deporting. You have dignity and respect and pride for yourself. Other one, you're going to be treated like a criminal. Mr. Lucky Lion said, yes, what? They should self-deport? Chad, come on, talk to me. Should they self-deport with dignity? Mr. Lucky Lion says self-deport, but I prefer force. We don't want to force. I respect your opinion. What do you think, Suggest Me Love? Do you think they should self-deport with dignity, regroup, and come back to this country? Since the laws are being enforced now. Yeah, remember on the Biden, the laws were not enforced. We know that without a doubt now. Extreme force. Oh wow, Mr. Lucky Lion, you're all with that. Yeah. All right, guys. If you're not going to reply to this, I'm about to call it a night on the chat. Hot topic. That's the last topic we're going to talk about. I'm not going to hold this on. Thank you, Mr. Lucky Lion, for giving your opinion, your chat. There's no more chat. We had up to 40, 50 some people here. Let's find out. Let's end this tonight. Appreciate you guys. I wish you a wonderful night. Thanks for coming in for the hot topics on chat. And we'll talk live tomorrow about the next topics we'll see tomorrow. Okay, guys, have a wonderful night. I'll see you next time. It's been fun doing this live. I like hot topics. It's exciting. It gives good information, good talking points. Give you ways to think about things, So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.